Just as a mighty mango tree is hidden in its stony seed, divinity itself is hidden within you. When the mind does not see life as it is, then the mind acts and reacts according to its preconceived concepts of what could be, would have been, or should be. The mind then, all on its own, uses all its energy to make these concepts concrete. When concepts become concrete, then life becomes like a crystal, becomes rigid like a crystal. And whenever life becomes crystallized, there is no flow. And so because of this rigidity, we like to take stands to the point of fighting each other just in order to maintain our beliefs, opinions, and biases. As a result, we become endlessly, temporarily happy and endlessly, temporarily unhappy. However, through mindfulness and meditation practice, we can see that in such times, we have actually lost our pliability. We have lost our flexibility. Indeed, we have lost touch with the flow of life itself. See that cravings and desires arise in our unawareness. When we do not see an object as the thought crystal that it is, but rather we see it as a means to gratify our desires, we then put all of our energy into getting it. But in any event, the time comes when we have to leave it. So in order to understand the true nature of reality, and by extension, our own true nature, we have to see what is real without distorting, filtering, veiling, or otherwise hiding it. We have to remove all the outside wrappings which our minds create. The mind creates many beautiful phrases and images. Indeed, it likes to hide reality with glossy coverings. It is like the deer who runs towards the mirage of water when it's thirsty. We too are in a frenzy to get that which is merely an illusion. If we want to feel the refreshing touch of a lake in the hot summer, we have to remove our clothes. Otherwise, we will not get direct contact with the cool water. And in the same way, if we want to enjoy the freshness of life, we must shed our coverings. Words, concepts, beliefs, opinions, crystallized thoughts, all of them, they act as veils and coverings. So consciously puncture them, and you will then see how empty, hollow, and insubstantial they really are. Remove them, and you will realize your true nature. So I encourage you, tap into your innermost perceiver and see clearly that the whole galaxy is moving in an unbroken rhythm. The same sun we think is vanishing here is being seen across the globe as arising there, and yet it is the same sun. Meditate, elevate, and lift yourself above the level of the earth to the height of the sun, and there you will always see the sun. Be conscious of that sun within you. Be that light unto yourself. For there is a changeless life in each and every I and I. Behind the continuous changes is the continuity of the changeless. In fact, changes themselves indicate the ever-presence of the changeless, our true and essential nature. As soon as the dried leaf drops, a new green leaf is already sprouting. If we are aware, we realize that behind the tiny new leaf, there is a changeless and vibrant life. And because of that, one form is dropped and another emerges. The old leaf has already gone on to a new form with more sensory equipment with which to perceive the world in a new and more sensitive way. And so we begin to see that all life longs to move towards higher realms of awareness, higher realms of consciousness. And for that to unfold, therefore, change is inevitable. After all, change is what allows the changeless to reveal itself as ever fresh. Without it, there is neither growth, evolution, nor renewal. When we see clearly that change is for growth, and growth is for becoming aware of our inner divinity, then we will be inspired to be free. And that is to be free from the tendency to cling to familiar things and free of the eagerness and the desire to unshackle ourselves from the fear of change. And when this truth sinks into our awareness, it then opens up a whole new door. A door when we stop seeing things in a rigid way. For example, words like disappear or gone, vanish, and death are simply seen for what they are, empty. Indeed, such words are misleading because they are based purely on our visual perception instead of our inner insight, our wisdom. So that what appears as death to one is birth to another. Nevertheless, both are two waves of the same ocean called life. See clearly that change is causing us to be aware of the changeless, and the changeless is causing all the change to take place. Until we reach the so-called best, we will pass through good and better. It's the nature of nature that all forms change in order to bring out a better and better form. And yet there is a point at which polishing becomes a wearing away. And so ultimately, we are so refined as to be able to experience the radiance and reality of our inner reality, which is the permanentlessness of our being as itself, through and by itself alone. So as we grow, cultivate this awareness that in the sunset, dawn is hidden, and in the dawn, sunset is hidden. Because appearing and disappearing are the play of life, both manifestations of the changeless. Remember, just as a mighty mango tree is hidden within the stone of the mango seed, divinity itself is hidden within you. Rest not until you uncover it. Keep patience on the path of truth. Namaste, and remember, one love.